Healthcare information must flow seamlessly between systems to support coordinated patient care. This is why standards matter. In Australia, FHIR, the Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources Standard, is increasingly providing the foundation for this connectivity. But how are these critical standards developed? And why does the development process matter? While some organisations might consider bypassing Australian processes to work directly with HL7 International, this approach carries significant risks. Australian healthcare has unique requirements, from Medicare identifiers to PBS medications and Australian clinical terminologies. Implementation guides developed without Australian context may miss critical connection. Remember, there's very little in healthcare that isn't connected to something else. The international route alone might miss these vital Australian interconnections. Developers might worry that Australian standards might not align with international ones. Let me reassure you. The Australian FHIR Community Process, or AFCP, is specifically designed for compatibility. The AFCP works in harmony with the international FHIR Community Process. Standards developed through the AFCP are built to function seamlessly across borders while addressing our unique national requirements. HL7 Australia, the Australian Government and numerous healthcare stakeholders strongly recommend using the AFCP, which offers 3 development pathways tailored to different needs. At the foundation of Australian FHIR development is the HL7 Australia FHIR Work Group. This expert body reports directly to the HL7 Australia Board and collaborates with the Australian FHIR Coordination Committee. The work group maintains the Australian-based FHIR Implementation Guide, a critical resource that harmonises how Australian healthcare concepts are represented consistently across different systems. Any additions or modifications to AU-based content undergo rigorous review through the workgroup's proposal process, ensuring the highest level of quality and consistency. While the FHIR workgroup follows necessarily formal processes, the AFCP recognises that one size doesn't fit all in standards development. The AFCP provides a framework of principles and practices that can be adapted to different contexts while maintaining quality. These tailored processes, once approved by the FHIR Coordination Committee, allow for development of specialised specifications that might need different approaches while still maintaining consistency with the broader Australian FHIR ecosystem. This flexibility ensures standards development can respond to diverse needs while preserving interoperability. For larger scale standards initiatives, HL7 Australia's FHIR Accelerator program provides structured support to communities developing substantial implementation guides. Accelerators require significant scale, resources, governance structures and momentum to operate as standalone standards development initiative. Currently, Australia has one FHIR accelerator, the SPARKed program. SPARKed operates under governance from a powerful consortium, the Australian Government Department of Health and Aged Care, the Australian Digital Health Agency, CSIRO and HL7 Australia, with day-to-day management provided by CSIRO. SPARKed is currently accelerating development in 3 critical areas. First, the FHIR AU Core, which establishes minimum expectations for Australian systems to record, search and exchange health and administrative information. Second, AU e-requesting, which standardises how electronic requests for pathology, diagnostic imaging and other services are placed and accessed. Third, an Australian Patient Summary Implementation Guide, defining how FHIR resources deliver standardised patient summaries aligned with international approaches. These foundational standards will power the next generation of connected Australian healthcare. Australian FHIR accelerators must align with the AFCP to produce trusted standards. In SPARK's case, these outputs follow a clear pathway to long-term sustainability. SPARK develops the platform-independent initial clinical models, then passes them to the HL7AU FHIR workgroup for development of the associated fire implementation guide specifications and formal balloting, publication and ongoing maintenance. This complementary relationship ensures both innovation and stability, accelerating development while guaranteeing long-term stewardship of these critical national assets. Some organisations develop fire specifications solely for internal use, without plans for public sharing. While these don't require AFCP involvement, experience has repeatedly demonstrated the value of community engagement. Developers who engage with the AFCP receive invaluable input from Australia's most experienced fire practitioners, typically resulting in more robust implementations, lower medium-term costs and specifications that can be reused across different contexts. Even for proprietary developments, the AFCP offers a pathway to higher quality with minimal overhead. The Australian Fire Community Process represents our collective commitment to high-quality, interoperable healthcare standards that serve patients, clinicians and the broader health system. Whether through the Fire Work Group, a tailored AFCP project, an accelerator or even proprietary development informed by community best practices, there's a pathway suited to your needs. We invite you to join this collective effort. Together we can build the foundation for tomorrow's connected healthcare system, where information flows freely and securely to support the best possible care for all Australians. For more information, visit HL7 Australia's website or contact the Fire Coordination Committee.